Okay, this morning we're going to do an oil wash of these apples. All of you probably have the picture from last week. Okay, so what I'm doing in the video is simply blocking in some of the dark shadow shapes. What the purpose of this is, why we're not just jumping into the colors, we're just trying to establish a value pattern, sort of like a template of where we're going to be putting our values. So it's not full value, but it's dark enough where we can follow a path of light. The background, as you can see in the photograph that you guys have, it's basically the same, as the picture. What I'm trying to do is just, again, establish a pattern so that, especially in the darker areas, I want to have something down there so that when this dries, I'll be able to come back in and paint my opaque color over this. So what it does is it's like a primer in a sense that when we start to paint those darker accents and the shadows, we'll be able to cover the paint very effectively because we have something underneath. Again, I'm just going around. You'll see me adding some half tones. We have the shadow shapes established. When we go to paint, we're going to be more specific. When that video comes around, when we start to paint in the background, I'll probably do a video on each of the different processes, like starting with a background or starting with one of the apples, just to get a feel of how to match the colors. I'll be at my easel at that time, so we'll be able to see a little bit more of the process. I'll have the if I can work it out, I'll have the photograph of the apples together. Maybe we'll do a split screen, so you'll see as I'm working. I'll be able to move along. Now, unfortunately, my camera died at that point, so I had to come back. So what wasn't established in the last video, I'm working in here now. What I did was, when I blocked in the initial painting, I was using a bristle brush. Now I switched over to a softer sable, and I'm just trying to get some knocking down some of the areas that are built up. You kind of knock down the peaks a little bit. The idea for this is that we do not want to have too much buildup in the paint. The wash-in, which this is, should be extremely transparent. And here is the finished painting. Okay, stay well.